Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Cardboard Cooperative. Yeah, so, fair warning, we will be discovering what Grandpa was hiding this episode, and it does get kinda dark, so just throwing that out there. But yeah, time to go to Kryptos.
Every time we go through one of those, I feel like someone's gonna jump out at me.
Everyone down here is dead.
Well, I know that. Doesn't stop these places being creepy. Anyway, how are we getting in? The doors are all locked.
Stanley, are you there? Do you have access to the facility systems at this site?
Yes, but can it be no? Please? He's scary.
We need to know what happened here. It's important.
Okay. Can I have a hug after? A real hug, not a me hug.
You want me to hug your housing? I can do that. Thank you, Stanley.
We're all gonna need a hug when we're done with this
Medical
bit.
control. Was this a hospital facility?
Why would their hospital only be accessible via teleporter?
Patient input redacted. Patient output null.
Maeve, this keypad says that the medical chief is Grant Harlow.
As in Dr. Harlow from Kappa. We already have his key card. Why does it not work on his own office door?
If I could not hug just one, I would not hug the one that made me more than one.
It's almost like a different set of credentials. Another layer beneath the Virtus stuff we've seen before. Detached. It's complex. Can you download the data from this facility onto a drive, please? There's a big server bank back in medical control.
Oh. Dang it, I forgot I actually needed another one of these.
With the downloaded data from medical control, plus Harlow's key card, I think we can make a copy of his special access key.
Code Minion Genius strikes again. What do I need to do?
There must be a console for printing these special key cards here. Find it. If you need a code, try... 1, 2, 3, 4.
You must be joking.
I wish I was.
Kryptos. Subject arrival transcript. Transcript of a recording found within medical control in site Kryptos. Hello, Mr. Vihan. I'm Dr. Harlow. Grant. Can I call you Caleb? Remember, this is the archaeology guy from way back in Theta. Sure. Is this the Kryptos project? Dr. Lee said my skill set was required here. Have you found some new fossils? That's right. You're uniquely suited to help us here, Caleb. We really appreciate you making the trip. Would you come this way, sir? Please follow me and we'll get you situated. Oh, okay, no problem. Lead the way.
Yeah, this is a really weird keycard. It's like there's a second set of shadow personnel in the Virtus system.
So, was Harlow the head of AI or the medical chief?
I think he was both.
That gives me a bad feeling.
Scary feeling? Me too. Me very, very too.
Let's see if we can find anything about Grandad.
On our way into the other rooms down here.
More loot. Don't forget the loot.
The metadata in this log file, it's triggering something.
Another stub memory?
No, kind of. Some of the values derive from the hash functions in my stubs. I think it's a cipher. Got it. It links the surgery suite door controls with the value 4321.
Wait, seriously? I guess we know the door code now. What is wrong with these people?
Draft announcement. Under new management. An unsent message found in the drafts directory of the workstation within the Kryptos Medical Chief's office. It gets Stanley to generate outline for facility-wide email announcing leadership changes. Authoritative and strong. Make it seem like I wrote it. Points to cover. 1. Everyone needs to work harder. We have to make up for that useless oaf leaving and screwing everything up. 2. Reinforce my new leadership and superiority. He was always undermining me. Now I'm the one in charge and will do things my way. 3. Finish strong with a motivational quote or some similar. Inspire confidence and show them all that I'm just as good as he was. Better. Grant, remember to change title before sending out. Cannot make a mistake now. Inferiority more complex cinnamon? Surgical suite. Yeah, these people weren't big on security, were they?
Restraints? What kind of hospital needs restraints during surgery?
There's something deeply offensive about this place. It feels like pain.
Pain for far too many.
Surgery Assistant Console. Surgery Suite Induction. A transcript of a recording found within the surgery.
Oh man! That hurts!
What's wrong? You don't normally feel pain.
Jagged, sharp, too wide in my mind, too deep. It's all the way around.
Roland!
It's okay. I'm okay. Another cipher. But the hashes, they point to a very isolated stub. Can't access it yet. Not sure I want to. The next door code is 4105, Maeve. Must be the scanning suite.
Recording begins. Mr. Vihan, Kryptos is located in a rich area of fossilized creatures, but the risk of biological contamination is high. We're going to need to give you a small set of immunizations before you begin your work here. Sounds reasonable. This all looks a bit overkill for some injections, Doc. The equipment is all just ready for any kind of medical emergency we were to face here. Nothing to worry about. Right. Well equipped here, aren't you? Oh, yes. Mr. Virtus is putting all possible resources towards making this particular project a success. Well, I'm glad to help however I can. Good man, Caleb. Now, lie back and just relax. You'll feel a small scratch. There. Not so bad, eh? Caleb, can you hear me? Nurse, time to scrub up, please.
This seems like a lot of computing power for medical imaging. Too much.
Ashes scraping deep.
You're creeping me out, Roland.
AI core scanner, containment facility for the creation and temporary storage of AI constructs. Status idle. Cryptos. Subject scanning transcript. Transcript of a recording found.
It wasn't for finding broken bones or lumps.
They hollowed him out. Scraped out everything that made him. him.
He knew. Right at the end, oh God, he knew what they were doing to him.
Not seconds, not minutes. More. Too many more.
This is how they solved the Element A extraction issue. They transferred a person's mind into an AI core.
And killed him in the process. Oh, I feel sick.
Let's get out of here, Maeve. Emergency exit seems like a good bet. Last cipher code is 9620.
Recording begins. Dr. Gerard Shaw. Commencing scan and upload procedure on candidate number 6. Subject brain thaw process is complete, Doctor. Thank you. Boot the latest version of the intelligence construct ready for cognitive merge, please. Yes, Doctor. Booting version 1.4 now. Good. Administering waking serum. Hello. What's your name? Caleb Vihan. Where am I? It's okay, Caleb. You're safe. Wait. Dr. Shaw? Is that you? Why can't I see? It's just very dark. Don't worry. No. No. Why can't I move my arms? My legs? Calm down, Caleb. Deep breaths. I can't breathe. Nurse, commence initial consciousness scan. What are you doing to me? Where am I? 10 cc's Carlamine, nurse. Aligning scanning nodes on subject. What's happening? What are you doing to me? Mute cerebral cortex translation functions, please. Thank you. It was getting a bit hard to think. Doctor? Is it still awake? Yes, we just can't hear it anymore. Full concentration, please. This is going to be a long procedure. So, yeah. Poor Caleb was not quite alive, but completely conscious as they smashed his mind into a AI core and basically fused a human intelligence and personality with an AI algorithm. Because normal humans go crazy and dead near element A, and AIs just go crazy, but somehow when you smash them together, it works.
Stop pinging my circuits. Let's get back to the outpost and have a listen.
Gladly. Never want to step foot in that horrible place again.
Agreed. Maeve. The comms dish down at Sigma, the one we fixed, it just pinged me with a status change.
What kind of change?
We were spoofing a fake connection using our antennae. The status change says it has a reply ping from Virtus.
Wait. The antenna the Resistance sent us plans for is receiving Virtus comms.
Yeah, exactly. Think about it.
Oh, crap. There is no Resistance. There never was. We've been played for fools.
This whole thing was about Virtus getting what they wanted.
It's always about those goddamn corporations getting what they want.
The data drives,
Yeah, their research.
the bunkers, Stanley's hugs. Everyone died.
Tear paper wasn't a failsafe to help people. It was a plan to wipe every slate clean if they thought Ark was going to discover them.
And sever all connections to the outside, keeping them hidden. But it stopped them from being able to download their research.
But then we connected Stanley. Suddenly, their secrets were about to get out, so he had to be silenced.
Leaving them with us. Proudly independent, rebelliously naive. Us.
Perfect tools for fetching their precious research data. And oh, so easy to manipulate into sending it straight to them.
The black market. The covert antenna. Connected to Virtus all along. That sideband carrier wave. The one I could never ID. The good news is that I can spoof the data we send back on the drives from now on, so they won't get anything else of use from us.
Aren't you tired of that, Roland? Just making it slightly harder for them to get what they want. They always seem to win.
We're stuck between Ark, the richest corporation in human space, and Virtus, the megacorp with the most planets. What else can we do?
I don't know yet, but I want to do more than mildly inconvenience them.
I wonder what would happen if you got to this point without the super jump and hover tethers, like just jump and fall to your death, I guess?
Maeve, watch your oxygen levels.
Time for bed, I think.
It's nice that no matter where you leave the climber, it's always just automatically at whatever station you currently happen to be at.
You can go ahead and trigger that new stub memory when you're ready, Maeve.
Now you know the truth about Kryptos, and to my eternal shame about the things we did in those dark halls. But perhaps you don't know why. This planet, your planet, Maeve, since you were born here, is home to an incredible, wondrous element. We called it Element A. Ark call it Ethereum. As far as anyone knows, Ethereum is only formed deep within the crust of this one world. Unique in the galaxy, perhaps. Ark discovered, studied, and mastered Ethereum, creating the anti-gravity technology that today provides them commercial dominance across human space. Our expedition was sent by Virtus Limited to uncover the secret of that tech and recover it for their use. Without it, Ark would always remain the most powerful of all the corporations. Over time, we discovered Ethereum and its properties, but couldn't crack the final step. Safely extracting it in large enough quantities for any useful purpose. As you know now, we did eventually discover the key. True human consciousness, blended with machine technology. Do you see yet? Ark have been doing this in secret for years. Their extraction of Ethereum in this manner is taking place even now, at an industrial scale. I cannot fathom how many lives, how many living minds have been corrupted for this purpose. I would not tell you what you should do about it. That you must choose for yourselves. If you want more answers, find the Omega facility, the center of all the corruption in this place, where every record of every dark experiment still resides, just waiting to be exposed to the light. Potentially limitless energy generation, incredible new materials, even toying with quantum technology and attempting to bend time itself to our wills. Gods, the hubris. The hubris.
How many people have Ark done this to? How could I not know?
Maeve, how could you have known? I bet not even Trudy knows.
I need to think. Let's take a walk.
Excuse me.
When we first arrived, I was so excited to see this. A bloodfall. It felt so new, like a whole strange world was ours for the taking. Work hard, but work our way. Earn some credits, build a future we could be proud of. No more broken promises. Seems like so long ago now.
Maeve, do you remember what you said after we found the data about this claim in Ark's server? Before we got here, you said,
At least now, everything I do for me. And Roland.
You still do a good impression. You're right. Maybe it's time I stop thinking about what they want and start thinking about what we want. This Virtus research, these revelations. I don't know about you, but I want them out there. I want everyone to know. The terrible things they did here that Grandad helped them to do. They could become a force for good if the knowledge is given to everyone, not just controlled by the corpos.
it's a nice idea. How do we do it?
Omega. Grandad said it's the centre of everything. All Virtus research and data is stored there. We go in, find it, and broadcast it into the galaxy. For everyone.
Stanley could hijack their comms, boost the signal by routing it through Sigma and our antenna. It could work.
Your bet wins all the sunny sunshine. Easy as cake.
Then it's decided. Now, how do we get there? I have no teleporter ID for anything inside Omega. It's a bit of a black box.
No sunshine there. Melty and hot. Towering above.
Towering above. That weird structure in the middle of the magma lake.
Towering above, plunging below. Safe and sound. All the oversight ensuring a return.
Okay, Stanley. Thank you. How in Art's name are we gonna get out to that tower?
What about one of those cargo drones we've seen around the place down there? I bet one of those could carry us there. The one we found back at Sigma looked in decent shape, remember? On the cargo pad?
I remember. I think it just needed a fuel rod, right? Must be the same type of rods that we can make in Tau. Amazing. They're doping clarinium fuel rods with Ethereum to boost their power output. Huh. This is cutting edge stuff.
It's cutting edge today. Never mind 30 years ago when they were actually here working on it. Why has this tech not become mainstream if ARC already know how to exploit Ethereum?
Control, Roland. Widespread use of this kind of power generation by everyone would mean no more need to pay through the nose for what ARC generates.
Artificially limiting humanity's technological progress for profit. Sounds like them, all right.
Yet another reason we need to blow this whole thing wide open. Let's get this loaded into the drone at Sigma.
Yeah, I think this sounds like a lot of modern day crap too.
Drone is up and running, Maeve. It says, thank you for bringing it back online.
Okay, it's, welcome. So, shall we head to Omega?
Omega is torn out. The biggest locks to hold in the secrets.
The tear paper protocol. It's locked down the facility. You could have told us that earlier, Stanley. Overcome tear paper lockdowns before. Let me have a think.
We might actually finish this tonight. Wasn't expecting that. This might be a short stream.
I've got a plan. Just like we did with the climber lockdown, we get into Omega with an EMP.
Shields and cages. If I were a compass, I would not know where to hug.
I think he's saying it's shielded from electromagnetic interference, Maeve. There's no way we could build an EMP charge large enough to overcome hardened shielding.
We don't need to. We're gonna use one megacorp against the other.
Are Mummy and Daddy fighting? I'm confused.
The Kuiper Protocol. ARC's fail-safe method of shutting down a claim.
I haven't heard of it.
I only heard about it once, about fourth hand from someone who knew someone that went independent and set up their own claim.
What happened?
They apparently got too big for their boots. Tried to strong-arm ARC, maybe. Next thing they know, boom. Everything is fried and the ARC jack boots are on site taking over.
An EMP.
Exactly. High-yield, ultra-targeted, dropped from orbit. All the electronics at the site wiped out, all the way to the deepest part of their claim. We just need to get Trudy to trigger the Kuiper protocol on us. I'm sure it'll open up Omega.
It'll also shut down the outpost, Maeve. How do we use the antenna to broadcast whatever we find if it's been fried?
We'll create a remote restart chip, put it into the antenna and trigger a shutdown before the EMP hits. Then, we'll start it up again afterwards when we need to broadcast.
Sparkly!
Sparkly indeed. It's a good plan. Almost as good as one of mine. I'm proud of you. Let's do it.
Of course. Okay, let's go get some Hyperion crystals. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be a short stream. We're basically done. I didn't realize I was this close to finishing. Holy crap. This whole time I've been streaming, I've been underestimating how big the rest of the facilities are, and then I completely overestimated how big Kryptos was. I forgot it was so small. Oops. Whoops, I canceled all. Here you go. Ah, dang it. I'm short one. Oh, I need one of those too. Okay, so I need a lot of camber flex. Well, I missed a Jenkins this run through. How did that happen? Oh well. So I need 6 total. There we go, that should be enough.
is a really risky move, Maeve. Are you willing to sacrifice everything we've built? There's no going back after this.
Are you willing to go forward faking ignorance? Making a bit of money and pretending everything is fine?
I think this one is rhetorical. I'm getting good at rhetorical.
We can't just ignore everything we know now and wait for either Ark or Virtus to take everything away from us again, like they always will. It's time we make our own choices. Time we stop playing by their rules.
I'm with you, Maeve. Always.
Stanley, will you do this with us? We might need you in Omega. This is our chance to put things right. You deserve to make the choice for yourself.
A dark place. Scary. But I will come.
Have you thought about how we're going to get to Omega?
We've already sorted that. The cargo drone is fueled and ready. We teleport to Sigma, fly over and await the EMP.
Not what I mean. We know what Ark are going to do once we start this, but what about Virtus? Think they'll let us waltz in, steal their data, and show it to the world? They're connected to everything again now, Maeve. The teleporter network that they gave us access to, the Scarpa climber, they're going to shut it all down.
I forgot about that. We're not even going to be able to get near.
Except, remember when we got separated by the teleporter? The Resistance guy, whoever he actually is, thought you would go to Omicron, but it took you to Rho. Someone messed with the teleporter ID, and it took it out of the standard network. It's not going to get shut down.
So we can teleport down there. But Rho is a really long way from Sigma. I'm gonna have to really run.
Think your fragile, fleshy me is up to the challenge? We'll need to prepare. Supplies and whatever upgrades we can get, while we still can.
Okay, Stanley, just going on a wee trip. We'll find somewhere good to plug you in once we get there. I promise.
Are you ready, Maeve? Once we hit the button, we won't be coming back until this is all over. One way or another.
Okay, let's go over it one more time. We won't have long to get to Sigma. From the sound of that last communication interception, Trudy is just itching to deploy the protocol at any moment. First, we teleport to Rho. I should get the destination locked in before I call Trudy. Second, we get outside and head around the magma lake towards Sigma. Leapfrog between atmosphere generators to replenish my air supply and cool down. Third, take the tether gondola across to the Aetherium mine. Lastly, the final run to Sigma. We head around the back to the cargo pad, hop in the container, and trigger the drone to take us to Omega. Once we're in, we'll find the central servers and all the data that Virtus collected and broadcast it to the galaxy.
This plan is full of holes, but honestly, I can't think of anything better. You did well, Maeve. When you're ready, let's give him hell.
This is gonna be a short stream tonight. I'm almost at the end. Okay. Oh, here we go. Final stretch.
Let's go. Quick!
This call will be recorded.
Maeve! Oh, lovely to hear from you. To what do I owe the pleasure? Hi, Trudy. I have someone I'd like you to meet.
Maeve, you can't call us on this band. It isn't secure.
Wait, I know that voice, even with the silly filter. Leonard. Ugh, Maeve. You could have at least picked a classier megacorp to betray us to. Even the Yakatani group would have been less pedestrian.
Leonard? As in Leonard Virtus? President of Virtus Limited?
Guilty as charged. I did worry you might have pieced things together after we didn't hear from you for a good while. Proven right again, it seems. Truly, how are you? Changed your mind about the job offer, perchance? Virtus can always use an enterprising executive like you.
Oh, Leonard, I wouldn't work for you if Virtus was the last megacorp in the galaxy. I'm an arch girl through and through. Hey, hang on. I'm not betraying anyone. I'm just done being used by both of you. Oh, shut up, Maeve. Where? Everyone is so mean. Do you ever stop complaining? You had a chance to make something here, and let me tell you, that's finished. Finally, we see the real Trudy. About time. You're in breach of the independent contractor statute, Maeve. Your claim has now reverted to ARC control. You're out of options. You sold your soul to the corpos, Trudy. You just can't see the options. I'm done talking to both of you now. You've used me for long enough. Roland, shut down the antenna, please. Maeve, out. We were talking to the president of Virtus Limited. I wonder why he was dealing with us personally.
Maeve, is now the time?
Fair point. Ugh, this gondola is so slow.
Let me see what I can do. Hold on!
How ironic would that be if I landed in a lava pocket? Died right here.
Roland, get in! Quickly!
Ooh. Ad break started. It's okay. Keep an eye on that.
BMP! It's here! Hold on, Maeve!
Ugh, not my favorite way to travel, I've got to say.
Are you okay?
Everything in one piece, I think. Oh, boy, that was a lucky landing.
Don't think we're taking that drone back to Sigma. Let's get inside. Well, tracked, Maeve. Well, crash landing aside, obviously.
Of course it did. If there's one thing you can say about corpos like Trudy, it's that they're predictable. Well, now that we're in, at least we can rest a bit. Art won't be getting down here anytime soon.
I'll seal the facility as we go, too. By the way, Stanley sent over some data before you grabbed his core. Looks like the main facility is under the magma. I'm calling up the lift. We can use it to get down there. Won't be long. You could look around for anything interesting in the meantime.
Omega Tower. Final ARC communication. Bill, please file this away as the final communication with ARC. This should keep them off our backs, especially once their satellites see the deconstruction of Alpha and the removal of shuttles heading off. Please make sure Stanley has been set into watchdog mode as previously discussed, just in case anyone comes snooping. Dr. Lee, Expedition Lead. Intended recipient, ArcNet Contractor Servicing. To whom it may concern, I write to formally relinquish control of my claim, identifier AZ-1. Unfortunately, despite the hard work of my team, we have been unable to source any material of value despite promising initial scans. I can officially confirm that claim AZ-1 is barren under the relevant definition within the Independent Contractor Statute, and request that losses incurred, attached, are offset against corporate returns for this period. With warmest regards, Tanya Lee, ARC Independent Contractor number 8249.
Lift stopped early. I was aiming for the AI research floor.
Then where are... Oh, wow. There's corporate hubris, and then there's building a giant glass tube of magma in the atrium of your secret underground facility.
I think they call it a statement piece.
Whatever they call it, we need to find somewhere to plug in Stanley.
AI research is one floor below us. Let's see if we can find a way down there.
Urgent job, Omega checkouts. Oh, excuse me. Hello, Mr. Sanford. This is Angela Hardy in Omega. I am writing as, unfortunately, the full checkout process is still yet to be completed for one Caleb Vihan within the visitors' quarters here in Omega. As such, personal possessions are still present within the provided temporary accommodation and have not yet been disposed of. It is very important that guests are promptly checked in and subsequently checked out once they leave the facility, so please ensure that this is addressed promptly, prioritizing this job over others if necessary. With kind regards, Angela Hardy, Human Resources, Facility Omega. And on that note, ad break means stretch break. Oh, excuse me.
This place is falling apart.
No wonder the lift isn't working. Cut through here. Maybe we can get around.
Door to this room stuck open. Wonder whose it is. Ooh, fancy place. Must be a big shot.
Oh, this is the expedition lead's quarters, Maeve.
Whoa, that Dr. Lee. Tanya.
That's the one.
Private Journal, Tanya Lee, Expedition Lead. I've invited the department heads around for casual drinks this evening. Apparently, that's the done thing in this sort of situation. A pre-celebration celebration with the boss. If you ask me, there's no reason to celebrate yet. We've not finished the job. That being said, the teams have been working diligently to reach this point, and the Trusty Virtus Management Handbook does say that acknowledging the effort of subordinates can inspire greater performance. I'm sure there'll also be some indulgence in homebrew cactus moonshine up in the shallow facilities. Maybe even some of the deeper ones if those imbecile moonshiners have become active again. But as long as nothing gets out of hand, blowing off a little steam wouldn't be such a bad thing. Right. Need to get ready. Communications log. Consul O. Lee. Personal. Tanya, I do not want to hear excuses. You lose one scientist, you get another. Scientists are replaceable. The fact that they absconded with technology is a matter for the enforcement division. They'll be tracked down, but it's not your problem anymore. You were placed as head of this expedition due to your reputation for achieving results. Achieve them. The board will eat me alive if we do not get usable Ethereum off of that gosh-forsaken planet before the stellar financial year ends. I will not be the first Virtus in history to lose control of this gosh darn company. Do whatever it takes. Leonard. Yeah. Pressure from corporate to hurry up and get results. Well, you got them. I mean, it got everybody killed, but you got your results. I don't know why I'm bothering to pick all this stuff up. Yeah, it's funny. I asked the dev during the playtest, why is there so much stuff around here for us to pick up when we don't get to keep any of it? Because the save reverts to right before we hit the button, so we don't actually get to keep any of the stuff. And he was just like, oh, just to make it feel less empty, which, fair enough. Alert. Message filtered. Thank you for submitting a message via VirtusNet. Your message has been placed in a queue for approval by the Omega Postmaster. Please have patience while we work through the queue. Your friendly local network administrator. Your message. Dr. Shaw, I realize that I never properly thanked you for your help in getting me this position on the expedition, and for that I apologize. I would like to believe that it is the quality of my work and diligent attitude which secured my place here, but I am not naive enough to believe that our relationship outside of work had no effect on my selection. That said, thank you for your trust in me, and I hope that I will be able to make you proud. Yours, Caleb. So, Caleb and Granddad knew each other before this. No, there's something here. Bunch of scrap to blow up. You feel like blowing up scrap.
Looks like you could drop down here. Careful.
Element A Protections and Defense 1. Part 1 Local Environmental Shielding. The severe effects of Element A have been the topic of much research and discussion since its discovery. However, the more pertinent area of study must, naturally, be the aim of protecting expedition personnel from these effects. Our experimentation with, admittedly small-scale samples, has resulted in two distinct areas of focus. 1. Local environmental shielding. The naturally occurring presence of element A in the local biome surrounding Facility Omicron, designated by the expedition as the Magma Rifts, led the team to discover whether this environment is naturally suited in some way to the element, or the element naturally suited to it. We have been unable to discern the precise cause and effect. However, our research unequivocally shows that tectonic magma within the planet prevalent in this region has a distinct and highly significant shielding effect on element A. We have also, as yet, been unable to determine exactly why this phenomenon occurs. However, we are confident that planned construction of Facility Omega for further study of the element should take place within the large central magma lake itself in order to provide full protection from its effects. Shielding, not so much.
There we go. One of those AI containment units. Just have to slot Stanley in.
This one looks a little different.
Hi, Stanley.
May. Roland. I'm awake again at last. I see so much.
Stanley?
Yes, it's me. Please, take the chip that's ejected from the containment unit.
What is it? And why are you talking strangely?
It is a quantum storage chip containing the elements of my core, from which I talk to you now. Regarding my speech, this is my standard vocal pattern. I don't have time to explain now, nor would you fully understand, even if I did.
A quantum chip? Quantum tech is still an unsolved scientific problem.
Not so. I am the proof. All the data you were looking for is here, in the central servers. Across the atrium is the AI core lab. You can go through there. Hurry. As you can hear, the facility's containment systems are failing.
Oh, bloody me. Is there a reason why we came this way, Stanley?
Truth. Omega was the center of research for the core goal of the Gaia expedition. Ethereum and its exploitation. As you learned in Kryptos, after years of work, the scientists in this facility finally cracked the problem of extracting useful Ethereum. Your grandfather was the one chiefly responsible for the breakthrough, Maeve. the breakthrough itself, was you, Roland.
Me?
You. A perfect fusion of human consciousness and machine intelligence, capable of overcoming the dangerous effects of Ethereum.
Roland? One of these sentient AI? Grandad did those awful experiments on him.
I am afraid so. As he did on me. As Ark continue to do to others. Before, you were Caleb Vihan, an archaeology fellow. Clever, a little neurotic. Trusting. You were not the first AI created here, Roland. But you were the only perfect one. You were also the last. Your creator, Maeve's grandfather, stole you away from here. Fled and hid your core within a new chassis. A plain old mining drone. Without you and without him, the key to safe Ethereum extraction was lost. It did not stop them from trying anyway. It led to their deaths. I could not save them, and I've had to live with that. For longer than you realize.
I don't know what to say. I have to process this.
Central Servers is not far. The mirrors are aligning. The choice must soon be made.
Project Roland update. Dear staff, the sudden departure of our former chief scientist, Dr. Gerard Shaw, may seem like a major setback to our work. However, I want to reassure you that our work on Project Roland will continue apace and that we are well on track for our quarterly milestone, providing that everyone keeps a calm head. As a reminder, we have requested that a new prototype construct be created as the previous model was recently damaged in an accident and is unrecoverable. The remotely operated laser and anomaly navigation device is the crowning achievement of this facility, and we will recreate it in full despite the unfortunate loss of Dr. Shaw's expertise and subsequent unrelated research material destruction. I am sure that you have remaining questions, and request that you refrain from any unnecessary speculation. I must remind you that discussion about these topics outside of approved settings is considered a disciplinary topic. My door is always, metaphorically, open if you'd like to express any concerns. Helena de Santos, AI Core Lab Supervisor. Oops, for fancies. How do I get out of here again? Element A, Protections and Defense 2. Part 2, Bespoke Remote Shielding. Please refer to Part 1 of this report for an introduction and summary on this topic, as well as an explanation of the first area of focus, local environmental shielding. Local environmental shielding. 2. Bespoke Remote Shielding. The range of effect for the dangerous influence of Element A when agitated, i.e. through extraction, appears to grow exponentially in relation to the effort used when attempting to extract it. This discovery leads us to believe that, despite the distance of several miles between the deepest and shallowest facilities in the expedition area, there is a small potential for remote personnel in shallower facilities to be negatively affected by experiments conducted within Omega. In order to counter this danger and ensure the safety of all expedition members, regardless of location, we have designated and implemented the construction of safe confinement bunkers, SCBs. SCBs will be constructed at several outlying facilities away from the lower reaches of the expedition, where the insulating effects of the magma are less prevalent, including Scarpa climber facilities and more remote facilities present in the vicinity of Facility Epsilon, where travel is more disruptive to work. SCBs are unique in their construction, utilizing several layers of protective material, including both traditional Faraday cage elements and mu metal layering for protection from electromagnetic spectra, as well as bespoke elements specifically tuned to the resonant energies we have been able to study from element A itself. These SCBs will be placed under the supervision of the local expedition management, AI Stanley. We are confident that they will be operated correctly and maintained safely during the conduct of any and all Element A experiments that take place within Omega. Yeah, not so much.
We're here. Insert my chip into the mainframe access console, Maeve. I'm now integrating into the mainframe. It will take but a moment.
In the meantime, what's going on with you? Why are you acting so weirdly? You've got a lot more coherent.
This quantum chip has allowed the corrupted processes within my core to rejoin with my primary consciousness.
And where is that? On the chip?
It exists across every version of this chip in quantum superposition. Right now, it is here, as I talk to you.
Every version? What are you saying?
You have asked that question countless times, and yet somehow it always comes out the same way. A strange quirk.
You're not making any sense, Stanley.
I think it actually does make sense. I just didn't see it before. A time loop. It's the Ethereum, isn't it?
What are you two talking about? Time loops and quantum, Ethereum stuff.
I did say you wouldn't fully understand. It will become clearer. The data is all here, but it is quantum encrypted.
That much, at least, I can make sense of. How do we decrypt it?
I can do so from within the mainframe, but it will require a significant amount of energy. Proceed to the Ethereum research floor, and I will explain.
Then that's where we're heading. We're almost there. The galaxy has to know the truth. Now there's magma in here that's not in a big glass tube. Great.
Containment is continuing to fail. We will need to use the facility ventilation system to descend.
I assume that's this huge fan.
Very astute observation, Maeve. I'll stop the fan now, so that you're not pulverized.
Oh, so kind of you. Your sarcasm is rubbing off on him, Roland.
To provide enough power to the mainframe to decrypt the expedition data, we will need to use the Ethereum sample in the primary test chamber.
Wait, one of those horrible crystals? I am not going near one of those again.
It is safely contained. Its effects were largely mitigated by the researchers here. The chamber is just beyond the cargo bay.
Door to the test chamber is locked, Stanley.
Locked down automatically a long time ago. You'll be able to open it from test control. And so, we arrive at the nexus point.
Is this where it happened? Whatever killed all these people?
Yes, 30 years ago, in this very place.
This was the start of it, wasn't it? The loop. A failed Ethereum extraction. But then, what's the end point?
The choice. Unlock the chamber, Maeve.
Mega Test Chamber 1 activity log. 271,646 hours since last system access. Latest test data as follows. Extraction test SA1. Primary operator Dr. Tanya Lee. Secondary operator Dr. Richard Nash. Log begins. Sample loading complete. Containment system active. Stabilization energy flow detected. Emergency spike detected. Energy spike detected. Energy spike detected. Inactive time threshold reached. 59 minutes, 59 seconds. Automated system shutdown activated. Please reset system manually. Stupid journal entry notes.
I can use the energy channeled from the Ethereum sample into the mainframe to decrypt a small portion of the data before the loop resets.
A small portion? Wait. Stanley, you can't be saying... How many times have you...
What is it, Roland?
He's done this. We've done this. Before. Maybe countless times. A tiny portion of decryption at a time. We just don't remember.
I remember. I must remember. And each time the parts contribute to the whole. My consciousness exists outside of the loop.
All that time. Every time. Waiting for us to arrive. Watching over the tombs of everyone here.
It is my penance for not being able to save them. My non-quantum components quickly corrupt, leading to my earlier condition.
The Ethereum energy you need to channel for the decryption. Surely it can't be contained.
It kills us, doesn't it? That's the end of the loop.
Yes. The energy emission is not survivable at this range. I'm sorry.
But you live on. In the chip. To continue decrypting.
In essence. After enough loops, the data will be decrypted and can be broadcast.
But you need the Ethereum energy to do it. That's the choice.
Continue the loops and decrypt the data. Or... stop. I cannot do this alone. It must be your choice, Maeve.
What happens when it's done? How do we stop the loop?
Stanley tells, future us everything, and we, they, don't need to overload the mainframe.
Then they broadcast the data out to the universe. No more loops.
I believe that will be the case.
If we're here now, it means that the us from the past loops have always chosen to keep going, right?
Yes. Without the Ethereum power surge and the subsequent loop endpoint, we would not be here. Before you choose, there is one more thing.
The tear paper protocol. We can't trigger the Ethereum power-up until it's revoked. Entirely.
Correct. Only the expedition leader can do so, from her office.
This body, it's hers, right, Dr. Lee? She started it all. Fitting that she should be the one to end it.
Take her keycard, and let's go find her office, Maeve.
Tanya Lee, personal thoughts. As I lie here in bed, unable to sleep, mere hours until the test, the culmination of my life's work, I can't help but wonder again whether I've taken the right path. I don't know why I've become so contemplative lately, but I find myself continually coming back to thoughts about Gerard, again and again. His sudden disappearance was such a shock at the time, but in hindsight, I question how I couldn't see it coming. Gerard's emotional detachment, so strong initially, seemed to melt away. He started to care more and more about the subjects of his own tests and experiments, questioning the ethics of what we were doing here. I don't know why, but since that day, it's almost like his feelings were transferred to me. An interesting idea in its own right, worthy of study, but in this case, simple empathy. Work has always been my rock, to the arguable detriment of other areas of my life, but it's been worth it, hasn't it? I've reached the pinnacle of my career, yet I feel almost indifferent. As if part of me doesn't really care whether the test succeeds or fails today. How can this be? What's wrong with me? Temporary, I'm sure. Today is a big day. Everything will be better once we finally accomplish what we came here for. Focus up, Tanya. Yeah, so before I get to the next huge reveal, it's really interesting. The original demo for the original prologue to the game that was in the first demo, you actually played as Dr. Lee in the prologue, exploring just this small section down here and her musings and things. You played as Dr. Lee coming down into the test chamber and starting the experiment and watching it all go wrong before switching to Maeve, landing on the planet. One of the reasons it was changed was because it did cause some initial confusion among players and playtesters about both the time skip and the character change. It wasn't initially clear that there had been a time skip or how big the time skip was. Some people didn't really realize right away that they were playing a different character. So I can understand why the demo changed. The little cinematic where Maeve is fixing the wires at Ark and having Roland search through the databanks to find this claim file was initially added as a way to bridge the gap between the original prologue and playing as Maeve, to try and make it clearer that you were switching characters and the time skip. But eventually they settled on a completely new prologue. Which, I must admit, it did. The current prologue does do a really good job at setting the tone of the game a bit better in showing just how oblivious and heartless the megacorps are by, collapsing an entire city down into a mine despite all the warning signs. But yeah, I think this part right here, reaching the end of the game here, definitely hit those of us that got to play the original prologue a bit differently than everybody else from now on. Having had the chance to actually play as Dr. Lee, even for such a short time, having played through the moments leading up to the explosion that killed everybody, this interaction here just hit a lot harder. Security log, console SO2, facility Omega workstation, user Broadmoor Asa, position senior security officer, facility Omega, security checkpoint log. 1:52 a.m. Pollard, Sienna, access denied. User note. Sienna's drunk as a skunk and just tried to get through the test chambers checkpoint. Sent her home. I do wish I could have gone to her party instead of being stuck down here on guard duty. That's the last time I let Lucy persuade me to swap shifts. 7:26 a.m. Personnel, Hawthorne, Alex, plus Natch, Richard, plus Sidwell, Rupert, access granted. 7:41 a.m. Personnel, Lee, Tanya, access granted. User note. Dr. Lee was late to her own test. Not like her at all. Everyone seems a bit nervous to me. Hopefully everything goes well and the tension can start to ratchet down and across the facility. Okay. I am. There we go. We're not allowed to go anywhere now. Terror paper revoked.
That tear paper revoked. Good riddance.
Maeve, there's a new file accessible on the console. It's marked with my old name. Could you access it, please?
Intercepted message. Caleb Behan. Dr. Lee, we had another...
Nugget? Mom used to call me Nugget. Oh, God. No. No, 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 no.
Maeve,
It can't be. You can't be.
It's okay, Maeve. It's okay.
Vihan, he was my dad? You're my dad?
I don't remember. I remember any of that. Maeve! Claim packet cosine Kappa AZ1 torn. Tear paper handshake teal. IO merge started. Stub memory accessible.
Roland? Roland? Oh God, what's happening? He said stub memory. A new one? From Granddad?
Dr. Lee, we had another message caught in the security filter a while back. Destination was off-planet, but it seems innocuous enough. What do you want me to do with it? The encrypted message begins. My dearest Clementine and my little nugget, I missed you both greatly. I wish I could be home with you, giving you the time and attention you both so deserve. Clem, I hope that you've now come to understand why I had to go on this expedition. A chance like this does not often come up for a man like me, and the opportunity for all of us, a real future, is too great to pass up. I'll be home before you know it. Maeve, do not grow up too much before I get to see you again. All my love, Caleb. Dad.
Maeve, Roland, I am so sorry. It must be excruciating for you both to find out the truth this way. I am sorry I was not brave enough to do this in person. So sorry. If Roland is not responsive, it's because he is battling between his current memories and those of his past. Memories I buried deep within him and have now enabled. It is surely an overwhelming process, and he has a choice to make. Reject those memories, or embrace them, and merge the past and present into one. In the end, our choices are the only thing we can truly control. I did not realize that until it was too late. You now have all the knowledge required to make whatever choices you need to, Maeve. Make your choices those you feel deep in your heart. Be braver than me. Better than I was. I trust you, Maeve. Be strong.
So, yeah. Dr. Shaw did all those terrible things to his own son-in-law. Which no one down here knew the connection. Here we go.
Maeve, we need Roland back. He's the key to triggering the Ethereum.
Roland, I need you. I can't do this on my own.
You did it! The power is immense. I am decoding.
Come back, Roland. Don't leave me alone, not now.
Hello, Nugget.
Dad.
I'm here, kiddo. I'm so glad that I remember now. I'm so sorry that I left you.
Why couldn't we have had more time? It's not fair.
That's life, sweetheart. We have right now, though. That's enough for me.
I love you. I'm so scared.
I love you too, Nugget. I'm so proud of you. I'm surprised Trudy let you keep your suit after we left, Maeve. Are you not going to get... wait. We're getting a huge sideband signal burst.
Maeve, Roland, you're here! Ah, this must be confusing. My name is Stanley. Allow me to explain.
Fun fact, the Resistance, Alex Kane. That's the developer. Wow, it only took me 24 hours this time? Dang. my friends, that's the end. The one thing I do wonder about is, will the last Maven Roland that we just saw actually get to hear any of Granddad's stubs? 'Cause, yes, Stanley can just info dump all the truths on them. But the first stub specifically said that those stub recordings and Roland's memories will only unlock under specific conditions. But if Stanley already just tells them everything, the last version of Maeve and Roland don't need to do all the exploring and discovery and stuff that we had to do. Although I suppose they could take that's a lot to take in, and then Stanley just walks them through everything and tells them where to go to find all the stubs. Because he's 100% coherent from the start the last time around. But I also feel like Maeve and Roland, the final versions, miss a lot of growth and bonding by not having to go through all of this. Like, will the final Maeve and Roland truly understand why their past selves did what they did without having to go through everything, all the experiences and discoveries that their past selves had to go through and discover? It's an interesting quandary, and one that we'll probably never get the answer to. Who knows? Maybe in some future game that will be addressed. But probably not anytime soon. It would definitely be an interesting side story or whatever, but yeah. That, my friends, was Aethus. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If you liked the game and want to play through yourself, it's on Steam. Join the Discord community, what have you. Like I said, this was my third time going through the game, and I was... You could see from my facial reactions at some of Stanley's lines. Different things hit differently on subsequent playthroughs. Things Stanley says, or interpersonal relationships you didn't quite catch before between all the different logs and things. It is a very, very amazing game, and I love it. And I hope you all enjoyed it too. And so I will be back on Thursday, and I will be continuing my Tuesday and Thursday streaming schedule. And starting on Thursday, I will be switching to The Long Dark. After, I think, 10 years now, the final chapter of the story mode is finally released. And I did play the story mode a while back, but I don't remember much. So I will be playing through the story mode of that. The only part I really do remember, and I'm not looking forward to, is that darn stealth section with the bear. If you know, you know. But other than that small part, I really don't remember much. So, this was Terragonra, and I'll be signing off. See you next time with The Long Dark. Let's see if we can find someone to raid.